What if I told you there is a penny stock trading under just $1 that is quietly building technology for naval warfare, ocean surveillance, and autonomous defense systems, and almost nobody in the market is paying attention to it right now? This is not science fiction or speculation about the future. This is already happening in real time. A tiny company that most retail investors completely ignore is now working on systems that could completely change how oceans are monitored. It used to be considered a failure in the clean energy sector. It was a struggling idea that Wall Street largely forgot about, but recently something very important started to change. Now I know exactly what you are thinking at this moment. You are probably thinking this is just another penny stock hype story, but this situation is very different from what you usually see, because this company did not suddenly appear out of nowhere. It has actually been around for many years and struggled for most of its existence. It had no consistent revenue growth or strong investor confidence behind it. It also faced constant dilution pressure that kept hurting shareholders. As a result, the stock kept falling over and over again. However, something started changing recently inside the company. It stopped acting like a simple clean energy experiment in the market. Instead, it started transforming into something far more advanced and complex. It began moving toward defense systems, AI monitoring, and ocean intelligence networks. This is no longer just a story about energy production anymore. This is now a story about data security and autonomous ocean technology. Let us break it down in a simple way so it is easy to understand. The company is now building smart ocean buoys, autonomous marine drones, AI surveillance systems, and offshore communication platforms. These are not ordinary floating devices sitting in the ocean. They are designed to collect real-time data and make intelligent decisions. They track movement, monitor activity, and transmit information across long distances. They essentially turn the ocean into a live data network. Now imagine this technology being deployed on a massive global scale. It can be used for border security and naval defense systems. It also has applications in oil rig monitoring and offshore infrastructure protection. This represents a multi-billion-dollar global market opportunity. Now it is time to reveal the company behind all of this transformation. This is the stock that is at the center of this entire story. The ticker symbol is OPTT, which stands for Ocean Power Technologies. It is a small-cap company attempting a complete reinvention of its business model. It is moving away from being a struggling energy company in the past. Instead, it is trying to become a next-generation ocean intelligence and defense technology platform. So the question now becomes, what exactly does OPTT actually do today? The company is building a network of smart ocean systems designed for extreme marine environments. These systems are engineered to survive harsh ocean conditions and still function reliably. They are capable of collecting and transmitting critical real-time data continuously. They are being designed for military surveillance, coastal monitoring, and offshore energy operations. In simple terms, they are turning the ocean into a connected information system. Parts of this technology are already being tested in real-world environments today. This is one of the main reasons investors are starting to pay attention again. The company has also secured contracts linked to U.S. defense and homeland security initiatives. This means there is real institutional interest and not just retail speculation. When a small company enters the defense sector, everything starts to change very quickly. It is no longer just about hype or social media attention anymore. It becomes about long-term strategic value and government-level partnerships. This is why OPTT has suddenly reappeared on investor radar screens. However, we also need to stay realistic about the financial situation. The company still has inconsistent revenue and ongoing losses. It has not yet achieved stable profitability or strong financial performance. This is why it is still considered a high-risk investment overall. Penny stocks like this are extremely volatile and unpredictable by nature. Most of them fail to survive long-term in the market. Many of them never reach the growth potential they promise early on. That is the reality investors need to understand before getting involved. But there is still something important that investors are watching closely. OPTT currently has a pipeline worth over $160 million in potential opportunities. This includes possible future contracts, deals, and expansion projects. These opportunities are tied to fast-growing industries like defense, AI, and autonomous systems. If even a small portion of that pipeline turns into actual revenue, the company could change dramatically. But there are still major risks involved that cannot be ignored. Cash burn, dilution, and execution challenges are still very real concerns. Nothing about this story is guaranteed or risk-free. OPTT remains a high-risk, high-volatility, but potentially high-reward opportunity. It is attempting to reinvent itself from a Forgotten energy experiment into a modern ocean intelligence platform. If the company executes its strategy properly, it could become a major turnaround story, but if it fails, it will remain just another struggling penny stock in history. If you want more hidden penny stocks before they move, make sure to subscribe now because the next opportunity might be even bigger than this one.